Oh, what's that on your chain?
This is corn from Israel.
Lord have mercy.
First of all, I want to say kudos to Miss Amanda Seales for taking on these 20 conservative numbskulls. I know that was not easy to do, but she made it look easy. And if it were me, I probably would have busted a blood vessel, like literally in my forehead, because how do you exist? It was definitely hard to watch, but for me, it honestly was a little bit easier to watch than the Mehdi Hasan video with the actual white supremacist conservatives. The energy and what they were saying and what they were giving off was straight up complete fascism, Nazism. And I guess none of the 20 other black people on this panel watched that. Or maybe they think that this is just such a small minority and this isn't how the majority of white people think. The majority of white people voted for Trump. The majority of white people think like Christian nationalists. They think like white supremacists. And I think the sooner we realize that, the easier it'll be for us to like really come to grips with it and understand that. But my whole point in this video is really just to say, I know that there are a lot of us who still have hope in the black community. And to a degree, I still have hope in us as well. But I just got to say this. Even though this may be about, 11, 12, 13% of us, definitely not the majority, but it's still impactful. It's still extremely impactful. And these are the voices that are amplified on conservative media and in the red pill space. So yes, we may have numbers on our side for now, but we are losing the propaganda war. These black people, men and women, are falling for the propaganda that slavery wasn't that bad and that, white people were good slave owners and Jim Crow wasn't that bad and all this nonsense. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. We perish for a lack of knowledge. And the longer we go without knowing, the worse off we are as black people, as Americans, etc. This was definitely disheartening to see, but it was not surprising. And I think the rest of us really need to understand and come to grips with that these people, whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not, they wield a lot of power because conservative, right-wing money backers give them a lot of power. And when I tell y'all things like get your passports, have an exit plan, get the fuck up out of here as soon as you can, I mean that, because as much as we want deep down in our hearts for all of us to rise up and do the right thing and all that shit, we really got to come to grips with the fact that there's going to be so many people like these motherfuckers who are willing to turn you in, who are willing to rat on you, who are willing to, gun you down if they have to. All in the name of white supremacy. And that is a detriment to the movement, to the cause. And I'm not saying don't fight the cause, but what I am saying is that the cause really can't go nowhere without us. And I honestly think in order for us not to have bloodshed, we have got to do a mass exodus. We have got to do a mass exodus. Get the fuck up out of this country, because it's only going to end you in some sort of prison, concentration camp, etc., etc. That is the end goal for black people, to put us literally back on the plantations. And they've literally already been doing that with the prison industrial complex already. These people don't even get counted in the census. Okay, so when they say that black population is only 12%, 13%, that is a lie. That is a lie. The census only goes around to American citizens and the outside population. They don't count the people who are incarcerated. We are not just 12 and 13% of the population. We are way more than that. And we don't know exactly what the number is because those people don't get counted, yet they do the majority of the labor for this country outside of food agriculture. Okay, the people in prison are stamping license plates. They're making Victoria's Secret panties. They're making furniture for Costco and Walmart. This is what they're doing. This is what really fuels American society. Slave labor. And these people are actively cheering that shit on. So again, especially if you have young children, if you have, black male children, if you have, even black female children, just please have an exit plan. Have an exit plan. Get your passports. Think about getting the fuck up out of here.